Welcome to the Pixelberry Choices podcast. Today we're going to be talking about chapter 3 of The Unexpected Heiress. And I kid you not, this book is getting more and more intense with passing time in terms of mystery. In this chapter, we go to Wincroft Village to see things there. But before that, we receive a phone call from our stepmom from America. And basically what we learn in this phone call that our sister Amelia borrowed some money from her aunt who lives here, so we need to sort of return her the favor with a gift or something, a present. So here, this was an interesting point as to why Amelia needed that much money. Then we need to go to Wincroft Village with Mr. Francis, but Mr. Francis is busy with work, so he can't accompany us. So Mr. John will accompany us, who is a potential love interest. Now we go to the village, and this was an interesting, scene there. The background, the beautiful music. So I think they used music from Bolus. They used music from Veils of Secrets. They used music from Braidwood Manor. I really loved those scenes. And also we see there a carnival or like a fair, and we took part in that. We also took a diamond scene. So Mr. John would also tell you about his childhood a little bit. We'll play some games. We can win that if we choose the right option. So it was a great carnival or fair experience. We ride some rides there. The carousel, it was super awesome. And we also go to a store to sort of buy our aunt's present. And there we also meet the store owner, the store lady. She recognizes us by our American accent to be Amelia's sister, and then apologizes for not recognizing. And then we sort of see a pocket watch, and she says that Amelia bought a pocket watch too for someone, but she hints that it was not for Mr. Francis but for some other man. So maybe Amelia was having an affair or something. So Mr. John basically gets furious on this, and also we learn from Mr. John that Mr. Francis was busy even when Amelia was around. So they just went to some dinners and all the places that was traditionally important, but never did anything that just for the two of them. Then we also meet our third potential love interest, and that's Hughes. Hughes is an accountant and also Amelia's friend, and our families, lots of account related business he has handled. And then we take a diamond scene. We sort of go to a walk with him, and we will also see the pocket watch that store lady was talking about is actually this huge guy's pocket watch. So Amelia bought it for him, and Amelia and they were friends. So we at first doubt that could it be true that he was having an affair with Amelia. But then we take a diamond scene, we talk with him, and we understand that it can't be possible. It couldn't have been the case. Amelia was not having any affair, and not at least with Hughes. So then we have a heart-to-heart. We talk with Amelia, but we also get to know Amelia was asking for a lot of money from him, but he denied or something happened. But then we remember that our aunt, she gave Amelia some money. So Hughes says that he would look into this. Hughes says that, and then we sort of part our ways. But that dimension was super awesome. We talk about Amelia, and we also learned that Amelia and Hughes were really good friends. But some months before her death, she was not that much open. She was definitely troubled by something. We also learn about that bit. And then we come back to the manor, and here's when interesting stuff start to happen. We see first Mr. Francis talking over a phone in a hushed, infuriating tone, and definitely talking about our sister, because he says that our main character and our sister share the same blood, so something can't happen. We can't be told. So definitely it's fishy, and Mr. Francis is hiding something that we don't know. And then we sort of sneak up behind Mr. Francis. We can eavesdrop, and then the housekeeper lady who doesn't like us, who doesn't like Amelia or American outsiders for that matter. She just yells at us, "What are you doing?" And then we have some conversation, some heated conversation for sure, some blows, not so much, but back and forth there. And then we go to our room, we talk with Effie, we give Effie all the brief. So we brief Effie about everything happened that day, and we also ask Effie if Effie thinks that any of them are suspicious or not. And then we talk about Mr. Francis also. But then something happens. We receive a phone call from Hughes. We go down, we talk with Hughes, and Hughes says he looked into Amelia's account and everything, and what he found out is that Amelia received a huge sum of money, amount of money from her aunt, and immediately after it was transferred to her account, the money got transferred from Amelia's account to someone else's account. That was a joint account, I suppose. That's what he said. So he will need some more time to find out who was it that received the money from Amelia. So Amelia didn't keep the money, so she was in a rush to give the money from her account to someone else's. So could it be that someone was blackmailing her and the money wasn't enough, and for that reason Amelia had to die? So a lot of interesting questions. So that's how MC thought about it. So definitely at this point people are looking fishy. We know Mr. Hughes, he's probably safe because he's our love interest. Mr. John, Effie is helping us, so Effie is safe. Third and fourth one is who is that? Our female love interest. Can't remember her name, but so these five people are safe. But other than that, everyone is suspicious. The butler, the lady housekeeper, Mr. Francis, who is pretty fishy, so he could have been obsessed with that our Amelia, and something could have happened. So we will find out what happens, but this mystery is getting super intense. But in between, we go to see the Duke, I believe, Francis and John's father. So he basically introduces us to Amelia's horse, who is not that old, but still we can ride them. And we get a dimension to take the horse because Amelia, specifically before she died, she went different places on that horse. So definitely there was some mystery. So we wish that if the horse could speak, then we would have gotten all the detail from the horse about Amelia and where she went before her death and what led to this. But this mystery is getting super interesting. It's getting intense. Let me know what do you think about this chapter. And this is kind of veil of secrets like mystery we're reading here and we're getting. So I'm really excited about it. I'm really happy. Let me know in the comments below what do you think about this. Let's talk, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, peace out.
Got a secret, can you keep it? Swear this one you'll save. Better lock it in your pocket, taking this one to the grave. If I show you that